You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Tuesday, May 12. I'd like to share some thoughts about founders. Have you ever wondered why governments pour billions of dollars into backing local AI startups, only to just turn around and buy all their tech from the established giants anyway?
Yeah, it's wild.
Right. So today, we're doing a deep dive into that exact tension. We'll be looking at the global AI stack, how founders are scaling out of Korea, and where the next deep tech clusters are actually forming.
There's just this massive disconnect right now between state policy and, actual market deployment. For you listening, whether your local founders are in Seoul or London or Toronto, they're facing this exact same dilemma. I mean, how do you convince your own government to buy your tech when nobody ever gets fired for buying Nvidia?
Exactly. Let's look at the top of that global AI war. Alphabet is sitting at a $4.83 trillion market cap, and they are rapidly closing in on Nvidia's $5.23 trillion.
Yeah, and Alphabet's advantage is really their AI full-stack approach. They control the search models, the cloud infrastructure, and even their own TPU chips.
Which is huge.
It is. And Nvidia is countering by pouring $40 billion into AI infrastructure investments just this year to protect that hardware dominance.
And that hardware dominance is exactly what's causing a headache for national strategies, right? Like Korea's K-Nvidia policy.
Right, K-Nvidia. The goal there is to channel public funds into domestic neural processing unit, or NPU, startups, companies like Rebellions and FuriosaAI.
And just to clarify for everyone, NPUs strip away the graphics processing baggage of general-purpose GPUs.
Yeah.
Right. They just focus purely on the math needed for neural networks.
Exactly, which makes them vastly more energy efficient.
Okay, so the government wants to boost local tech. It's like a city council heavily funding local vegan restaurants to promote public health. But then when it comes time to cater the big municipal events...
They just order fast food anyway because everyone already knows the menu.
Exactly.
Yeah, public agencies in Korea are defaulting right back to Nvidia GPUs. Like, Korea Southeast Power is spending 1.227 billion won, which is about $860,000 on Nvidia Blackwells.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Korea Expressway Corporation is doing the exact same thing.
But why? I mean, if the government is actively funding these domestic NPUs, why aren't state agencies actually deploying them?
It's all because of software lock-in. NVIDIA's CUDA software ecosystem isn't just some platform. Developers have spent 15 years writing code specifically for it.
So switching is a nightmare.
Complete nightmare. Switching to a domestic NPU means rewriting millions of lines of code. Even state agencies won't risk that migration.
So if state agencies at home won't buy your hardware, local founders just have to find other ways to scale.
Yeah, and some do it by leveraging regulatory sandboxes to push abroad.
Like Mass Auto.
Right, the Korean autonomous trucking startup. They secured 2 billion won, which is roughly $1.4 million in R&D funding, and entered the Kiat regulatory sandbox.
And Kiat is Korea's program to fast-track new industries past outdated rules, right?
Spot on. And using that leverage, Mass Auto is now running autonomous trucks on a massive route from Long Beach, California, all the way to Alabama and Georgia.
But, I mean, let's be real here. Kiat is just a sandbox. It's easy to look successful in a government-protected bubble.
That's a fair point.
So how does that actually translate to surviving the brutal open market in places like California?
Well, that is the ultimate test. Sandboxes get you on the road, but they don't protect you from the financial realities of scaling and eventually exiting.
Right.
The tech world could actually learn a harsh lesson about exit math from a totally different sector. Look at Aekyung Industrial.
Wait, Aekyung, the beauty company?
Yeah, they were recently acquired by Taekwang Group. The financial mechanics are exactly the same.
How so?
So Aekyung just posted a first quarter loss of 1.6 billion won, which is about $1.1 million.
Yeah, but wasn't their revenue up?
It was. Their revenue actually rose to 158.8 billion won, or around $112 million.
So they're pulling in over $100 million in revenue, but losing money right after an acquisition. Let me guess, hidden costs.
Exactly. One-time employee incentive payouts tied directly to the acquisition. It completely masked their underlying profitability.
Oh, wow.
It's a classic reality check for any founder. Your top-line revenue might look great, but the actual math of scaling and exiting can just gut your quarterly financials.
Which really means surviving that scaling phase requires the right starting environment.
Definitely.
I want to shift to where future deep tech clusters are forming to support these founders. Have you looked into the Hangzhou Six Dragons?
Oh, yeah, it's a fascinating model. It's this hyper-focused cluster of local AI startups in China.
Fed almost entirely by Zhejiang University, right?
Yes, and the crucial detail there is that 80% of their top talent stays local. They don't leave for Beijing or Silicon Valley. They just build this self-sustaining talent loop.
That's wild. Contrast that with Korea's capital-heavy model. Instead of relying purely on local talent retention, they're making massive infrastructure bets to attract researchers globally.
Right, like Yonsei University.
Yeah, they just installed a huge IBM quantum machine to pioneer the convergence of AI and quantum computing for drug discovery.
Which is huge. They're aiming to analyze the 3.2 billion base pairs per human genome.
I can't even fathom that number.
It's massive. And while classical computers have to analyze those base pairs sequentially, one by one, quantum computers can analyze vast combinations simultaneously.
You absolutely need quantum scale to process that kind of data.
Exactly.
So taking all this in, what does this actually mean for the founders out there?
Well, it leaves you with a critical question to consider as you watch the space evolve. Will the next major AI breakthrough come from a unified, hyperlocal talent cluster like Hangzhou, just quietly cooking up its own ecosystem? Or will it come from fragmented, globally scaled partnerships leaning on massive capital bets and established giants?
That's today's AI PRISM Founders. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a Juan IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.